Hello, Libra. So we're going to see what's kind of in your energies at this time. These are general reading. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. And always remember, you are the master of your own destiny. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so first up, in what this reading is about, like the basis of this reading, you have the Queen of Cups. In your current energies, you have the Lovers. In your near future, you have the Tower. Your challenge regarding this situation is the Ace of Pentacles reverse, and what is recommended for you is the Two of Cups. I think some of you, I do think that this is something with the feels. This is either a love relationship, or it could be like a friendship, or something that kind of has your heart. I mean, it obviously could be love, but everybody's different, and sometimes people have hobbies that they love, or they love, I don't know, different things or whatever, but it's something that you've poured a lot of like energy into, because the Queen of Cups, she's very like emotionally nurturing. So she's very, I see her as being extremely patient, and something that, you help nurture something and try to help it kind of grow, and you pour a lot of like emotions into it, but you're almost like the adult in the situation, if that makes any sense. Like you're kind of not like getting carried away with the emotions. So whatever this is, I think it's something that you've been, I don't want to say you're like the adult, but I feel like it's something that really is deep for you and you really care for. And with the Lovers in your current energy, Libra, and the Two of Cups here, we'll get to that in a minute. But with the Lovers, now the Lovers could represent love. It could just be almost like divine connections or destined connections, but it also could be things that you were meant to do, things that kind of really you were put on like have like a higher purpose for you. So for some of you, this could represent another person, or it could represent whatever this nurturing aspect that you've been nurturing. You're also faced with choices with the Lovers. It could be something that like you're almost like being divinely guided, or you're meeting somebody, or this situation is kind of almost like it's really pairs well with you. It's meant for you. It's something that it's yours. It's just like you were always meant for this. But it also could be choices. Like I get this sometimes when I'm making a choice for something that I can't just change my mind on easily. Like let's say if I'm buying something more expensive, I get this if I think I should get one item and it comes up and it says, well, maybe you should look at the other options a little bit more closely to make sure that one item is really what you want, because you can't buy the other item or a second item once you spend that money on that first one. It's like something that it could be like you might be making a larger choice in your life, and I think whatever the choice is, I think it's going to be it's like there's maybe even a better choice, but it's something that is good for you, or it's something, I don't want to say it connects to you a little bit more deeper, but it's a little bit more like destiny. So you have to take that how it works. You have to see that if this Queen of Cups situation, because this could even represent, some of you might have like a business or a hobby that you just love. You could be even a nonprofit, or you're volunteering, and you just love volunteering. And it even could be that you're at a point where you might want to take a more of a prominent role within the organization, or you might want to even expand or reach out, or even, I don't want to say foster or something, but let something into your home that you have to take care of, and you're making these decisions as to like how you're going to do that. So I think that's so this Queen of Cups really could indicate many things, and this Lovers could indicate many things for you as well. You need to kind of see how it relates to your situation, but there's definitely some, I want to say potentially divinely guided union, or there's something that is a better, or you might have two options and you just kind of need to look at them a little bit clearer. I don't think one would be a terrible option, but one option might be a little bit better than the other one. So, but what's coming in for you is the Tower. And the Tower is all about things that have been built on a shaky foundation and now it's crumbling down. So this could be an old way of doing something, and now you're deciding that you just have to change stuff up. Sometimes this is external tower moments, but I'm wondering with the Lover's card here, I wonder if you guys are kind of choosing this tower, because if you're, depending on what choice, let's see if this represents a choice for you, or even you connecting to somebody and deciding to move forward. Maybe you were a single person and now you met somebody super spiffy, super amazing. And the tower moment in that situation would represent that you are not a single person anymore. Now you guys are, potentially willing to start your lives together. And so that would be a tower moment for you if you were single for a while and now you have like this spiffy person coming around and you kind of want to spend time with them and you kind of like them, and now you're going to have to collectively figure out different things, like how's your life going to be now that you have somebody else, you're not alone anymore. So the tower doesn't have to be a terrible thing. It could just mean something in your life that has been a certain way for a long time might be changing. So I definitely think for some of you, this could indicate, maybe somebody special coming through, or you following your heart in a certain way and making some decisions, maybe more heart-based decisions going forward. And with those decisions, you might be changing some aspects of your life that you've always you've done. Maybe you're deciding like you're going to retire and you're going to move somewhere and you're just going to go fly fishing. Like that's what you're going to do. You're going to like tour the United States or tour wherever you live, and you're going to go all these different ponds and you're just going to fly fish. This is like you just love fly fishing, and now you have these decisions or whatever, and you're choosing your heart's desire of fly fishing. And then the tower moment could be like you going into work, be like, okay, I'm done. You selling your house or whatever. Like I'm gonna get a RV and I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna live a different kind of life, but I'm gonna follow my heart type of thing. So you take it for how it represents for you. But your challenge with the Ace of Pentacles is to take the opportunity. Your challenge is to make sure you're not seeing an opportunity for, a good opportunity, because sometimes like we might not be fully seeing something. And I wonder with the Lovers, because it could be choices. I think you might, depending on how this situation resonates with you, you might be faced with something like two different options or two different ways about doing something. And your challenge is, like I said before, I get this sometimes before I'm ready to make a large purchase and I have my mind set on something, and then all of a sudden I get this and it's like, just, take a second, see if there's something a little bit better. And oftentimes I realize, okay, yes, there was a little bit of a better situation, thank you for letting me know I need to take another look. So I think your challenge is to take another look, to see something a little bit different, because with the Queen of Cups, we can get a little carried away. We don't always see everything super clearly, even though I do think she sees things very, very clearly. She's very nurturing, and I think this is your energy regarding whatever this represents for you. But I definitely think you just need to make sure you're seeing something or the things a little clearly as well. And it doesn't mean, let's say if this represents a love reading for you, it doesn't mean that this person isn't a good choice. It just means that maybe there's certain aspects within your life right now that you two collectively are even deciding on, and you need to make sure you both are making the best decisions. Let's say, for instance, if you want to move in together, the tower moment could be like you guys are deciding to kind of move in together. And the Ace of Pentacles could be saying that make sure that I don't know if there's like maybe certain areas, or like there might be regarding the lease or something, you might wind up getting a better deal somewhere else. So it's like almost saying like explore the options and if there's a opportunity that's being presented regarding whatever, make sure you look into it. Don't just ignore a different option in the situation that might actually be much more beneficial for you. So I think that's fantastic. Now, what's recommended for you is the Two of Cups. So, yep. And here we have it. So Some of you might be in a situation where there might be a very nice option, and this is saying then you have to take that option. So for some of you, let's say if this is a person or a situation that really is blending very, very well with you, you guys just merge and just have that connection or whatever, or the situation you has that connection. And so don't ignore it, and it would be recommended that you explore the connection, you give it time, you see where it goes, because it might just be a small little plant right now, it might be a little sprout, like a little leaf sticking out of the ground. But I think you need to kind of explore it a little further, and I think down the line you might have the tower moment where it's like, okay, you're deciding that you really like this person or this thing, and now you're going to change your whole life to try to figure out your new life with this person or this thing. So I definitely think the Two of Cups is here saying that something regarding this is actually very positive, and I think you need to not block yourself, because some of you might not really be I don't want to say looking for a relationship or something else, but it might have just been, it might be smacking you in the face. You know, sometimes things kind of come up and you're like, I don't know what happened, I don't know how I got here, but all of a sudden my life is changing like overnight. So some of you, it could kind of be like that, but I think you need to, I don't want to say get out of your own way, but don't be blind to potentially something that's very good, or just make sure that you're looking at all the details a little bit clearer, or seeing if there's other details that you don't want to miss. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what else we get for you guys. Let's see what else we get for you. Libras, I see you. You guys got a bunch of cards that came out, and we will get to them all. Okay, first up, Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. And so ants, the way I see ants, obviously the way probably most people see ants, is they're like, I don't want to say they're little worker ants, but they have a very instinctually, they just know that they need to work together to make something much better for the collective, the whole. So I think, especially because you, the Two of Cups could represent some type of collaboration, but it'll be like a collaboration where you both really pair very, very nicely. So like I said before, this could be love for some of you, or this could just be even a connection. Let's say if you have a business or you are at work and somebody new was hired, and you guys just gel, you guys kind of are very much on the same page, and you guys really have like that flow of energy together. So it could be regarding anything, or it could even be just like an idea. Maybe you were trying different things and nothing really fit you, but then maybe you try something and all of a sudden it just seems like you were meant to do this thing. It just flows, it comes natural. It's some type of like a natural aspect where it's easy. So time to collaborate could be you needing to collaborate with someone else, and even if this is someone, romantically, it could just be that obviously you need to collaborate. You need to kind of put in the effort, I would say, is what the Ant Spirit is here to say. And then you have Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. And I wonder if some of you, with this Lovers, if it does represent some choices or some type of new love that might be coming in. And with the Tower moment, you might not have expected this Tower moment. You might not have prepared for this or even thought this was going to happen, but this could be like a divine detour where something or someone comes in your life and all of a sudden now everything changes and you're like, what the hell happened? Yesterday everything was one way, and today, like, apparently I'm on a new journey. And this is just saying that I feel like with the Lovers here, I feel like whatever this represents for you, it's a little bit more divinely guided. It's a little bit something that was meant for you, and you might not really know exactly the roadmap ahead, but you're going to have to take that walk, and you're just going to have to kind of figure it out and stumble it out as long as as the way. You have to figure out and stumble along the way. Is what I wanted to say. Okay. Now we have Carnelian, feed your creativity. And I feel like really with the Queen of Cups, I see her as a very creative and caring person. And I think sometimes when we have these like Two of Cups and even the Lovers and the Tower and everything, and even with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, maybe this indicates that even you might have an idea for an opportunity, but you're not really, I don't want to say taking it seriously, but there might be needing to be some kind of creative way to go about something. Like even if like, somebody's very special and you kind of, maybe you guys live a little bit far or something, you might have to figure out a way to be able to connect and talk or however. So there's some type of creative aspect. But I kind of feel because of the Two of Cups here, and I feel like they both really flow nicely, and I think this creativity is actually going to just be very easy. This collaboration or whatever it is, I think it's going to just come natural. It's going to flow, and it's just going to be very, very simple. Okay, so now you've got a bunch of these things. Now, we have the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego, healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, and being happier, separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future, and engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. Okay, so let's start with, now I wonder, we're going to start with these two. I wonder if the separation, I feel like maybe, because the Tower moment, in a way, you're separating from one way of doing something and now you're entering a different phase. And sometimes that's a little bit, you're unsure of the future. You're not really sure what's going on. And you might even mourn the loss of the ways that you used to do something. Like if you were single, happily single, and you lived your life a certain kind of way, and then you found somebody and you're very happy about it, but now it's like you might be missing certain things that you were able to do in your single life, like I don't know, just having you time all the time or something. But I think sometimes when you're not sure of what's next, it could kind of give you a little of like that angst and that anxiety. So you might be kind of feeling that with the Tower moment. And the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. And I feel like the listening to ego is kind of jumping out at me right here. It could all be all of it. Take this how this works. But I'm wondering if even the fear of intimacy, like the Ace of Pentacles reversed as your challenge, it could just be some type of fear of embarking on a new opportunity. So there might be some type of, or even your ego could be like, oh, this is not good. This is not going to work out. This is going to be a disaster. So you have to watch that. There might be something where you're afraid to, I don't want to say commit to something, but you're afraid to take some type of opportunity that's being presented for you that I think could have the potential of being very good for you, but it's going to actually change your life. So I think that you need to kind of make sure that you're not running away from that. So that's that. Now, healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. And I really feel like with whatever this Lovers here represents for you and whatever this like Two of Cups is, I think you're going to be happier, but you will be having to go through a little bit of a Tower moment, which could be uncomfortable. But sometimes these Tower moments, we actually wind up being much healthier on the other end of. So I think whatever this represents, the Tower moment is you almost making some type of choice that will make you much happier and be healthier for you, even though it's a little bit disruptive to your normal flow currently. Now, with the engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union, and I really feel like I just think that there's something in your energy right now, if it's someone or something, that is really worth engaging to, like being engaged to. So the Lovers, or this aspect here could be like, I think whatever this is, there's been whatever this represents. Now, you could have, if this is a person, you could be kind of talking to them for a while, but I think with this, I don't want to say like you're not dating it anymore. You're more like willing to put your time, effort, and energy into it. And I think that's what this is, almost like that level that, okay, you guys, or you in this situation, you talked or you kind of figured it out, you did some research, you tried it a little bit, and you're like, I kind of really like this. This works for me. It's good. It makes me happy, and it just makes sense. So the engagement ring is now potentially you making a very deep choice to pursue this and choosing this tower moment and knowing that it's going to change your life, but you are choosing this commitment or this commitment to this, whatever this is, more strongly, or you're committing to it stronger than if you were just seeing it, testing the waters. So, worth waiting for. Divine timing is all at work in your love life. Now, what you had something else about divine timing here. Hold a second here. You had this guy. No. Trust in divine timing with the coyote spirit. So I think, and the divine timing is really like the Lover's card. This is kind of divinely guided things coming into our life. So some of you might have been waiting for this situation for a very long time, but maybe now it's kind of just flowing a little bit more, and it's like almost like the time is correct now. The time is right at this aspect or this point of your life to have this push forward. Okay, so we have your root chakra, security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. And for some of you, that could be something you're a little bit concerned about, because this tower moment, it always makes us feel a little, you're shaken up, maybe a little unsecure. But if you're going through a period where you're a little nervous, you're not really sure how something's going to work out, you could connect with nature, or just be mindful that you might have to do things or engage in things that kind of make you feel safe, and bring your mind back from like wandering into areas where it's not, so you don't have anxiety is what I mean. Now we have eternity. Give yourself permission to slow down and trust. The light in you cannot be dimmed. And I kind of feel like I feel like this is going with trust the divine timing right now. I think that whatever this is, I think it's very beautiful. I think this is very beautiful. But I think because the tower might be coming in for you, you might have to trust that you're making the right decision and that this opportunity is the right one for you, and it's going to be good. So you might have to trust that. And eternity, give yourself permission to slow down. I think this is saying that if you're feeling like something is going a little too quickly, you can pull it back a little bit. Like this tower moment, it doesn't necessarily have to come all at once. It could kind of come in stages. So I think this is saying that you have the ability to potentially have this tower moment happen in a way where it's not so disruptive. It's kind of like you're demolishing old ways, old thought processes, old things, one section at a time, and able to build something new in the process of that. So that's what I'm kind of getting for that. Now for your little fortune cookie, you have romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance of romance is high for those seeking a connection. I don't think I have to say any more about this card. I think we get the gist of this reading, Libras. I think we get the gist of this reading, but we shall continue. Okay, so this you have find your new normal. Your new normal with okay. Find your new normal. Take off the shit-colored glasses. Now, I think that's going kind of with his Ace of Pentacles as well. I think your new normal is probably with whatever this Lovers represents, whatever you're choosing, whatever's destined for you, you're divinely guided to. And this Two of Cups, this partnership, this merging of kind of ideas or creativity with another person or a situation that really just blends nicely with you. I think that's going to be your new normal. And I think through that, you're going to get to a new normal once you move past the tower moment. Once you've had this tower moment, you've kind of brought things down and you're going to start rebuilding is going to become your new normal. But take off the shit-colored glasses. To me, that's going with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, because I think that you don't want to not see this good opportunity that's staring you right in the face. That's all over this reading. It's all over this reading. All over here. So you don't want to be going into it expecting the bad. You don't want to be putting all that into it. I think something's very beautiful here. I think it's very beautiful, but you need to kind of make sure that you're seeing it. Now, next we have, I'm too busy working on my own grass to notice if yours is greener. And I think I think like for some of you, this is really trying to say that whatever's going on with this Two of Cups and this Lovers, I think, and even this Queen of Cups, I think you need to still focus on nurturing your own stuff. So, and because, especially because the Tower is kind of maybe coming in for some of you, I think like you need to kind of just not worry about what other people are saying at this time or what they're doing or feeling. I think you need to kind of focus on this situation and just because everybody, they have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, and some opinions you just don't want to hear. If it's good, if it's a good opinion or if it's constructive, absolutely listen to it. But if it's just a naysayer, just because they just have something negative to say, you don't have to have that. I think you have a lot going on regarding this, and I think you're at a point because you even got that creativity thing. Where was the creativity? Feed your creativity. I think whatever this is, it needs your attention. And I think you need to just stay focused and not really have other people get in your ear regarding this. And next up you have, today I'm responsible. Today I will make a good choice. Let me read that again. Today I am responsible. Today I will make good choices that will bring me health and happiness. And you have, today I will look ahead. Today I will see my future. It is beautiful life I'm looking forward to. And I think this is definitely trying to bring your attention back to today and making choices that are going to better you in the future. And I think a lot of those choices are being presented to you. You just need to make sure you're seeing those opportunities. And I think this, today I will look ahead. Today I will see my future. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful life. I'm looking forward to it. I think when this Tower moment kind of, comes creeping on by, it's a little scary, but I think through this, you're going to have to really be more future focused at that moment. You're going to have to be like, okay, well, I'm going through this, but I'm going through this for a purpose. Even though I think, I just feel like you're going to be able to, I don't want to say go through this like gently, but I think you might, I don't want to see be demolishing one thing and rebuilding at the same time, but I feel like this is almost like you kind of constructively doing this. So it's not just like a disaster, but I think through that it's still, it's still stressful. So you're going to have to just maybe be a little bit more future focused at that mind. Let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you. Every day is good when, let me read that again. I'm sorry, guys. Every day is a good day when you paint. And this is just saying that you, every single day, are the master of your own destiny. You have the opportunity every single day to paint the life and put the energy into time, time, effort, and energy into things that are going to get you to the life that you want to have. So every day you can paint something beautiful. Some days, you're not painting something beautiful, and I think it's also reminding you that, like, you have to see the beauty in what you're doing as well. Anyway, for your little stress relief and self-care card, you have the jumping mind objective: to notice those jumping thoughts and calm the mind. Sit with a quiet mind and take a nice deep breath. Notice your thoughts. Are they jumping around so much that you can't relax? Are you easily distracted? Do you have trouble turning your mind off? If so, you may have something known as the jumping mind. Challenge: quiet yourself to quiet your mind. Imagine you are floating on a clear blue lake with your thoughts immersed under the water. Give yourself a moment of peace and enjoy the sense of peace for as long as you are able to. So that's wonderful. And that's just kind of you. I wonder, because with the Ace of Pentacles, you might just be a little bit, I don't want to say all over the place, but this is very, very big energy. And sometimes when it hits us in the feels, it's a little bit more, I don't want to say chaotic, but it's a little, you can kind of get carried away a little bit more. So I think this is definitely good to notice if you are getting carried away and if you just need to kind of bring it back to center a little bit. Now let's see what spirit of the dish will be with you during this time. You have the spirit of the burger. So that means the spirit of the hamburger will be with you with this situation. So for your dinner and a movie, you have barbecue food and drama films. The energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Aries, and this is all about energy, initiative, and temper. And it's kind of that like spark. It's like kind of passion, but it's like that little spark, trying to spark something up. And you also have Aquarius here, and Aquarius is about independence and eccentricity, and they're a little bit rebellious. So you might have to come at something a little bit like rebellious, or you might be being a little rebellious in a certain kind of way. You also have the South Node, which represents things that you need to let go of. And I think with this Tower moment, I think you will be letting go of something. And I think you're choosing to let go of something if that's letting go of an old way of life or whatever it is. There's something that you're letting go of. And you also have Mars here, which is also energy, Aries energy. And this is about energy, initiative, and like temper and kind of like that spark. So I think there's some kind of fiery passion going on. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Something's going on. And you also have the ninth house, which is about higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And you have the 10th house, which represents social status, career, and aspirations. Now, you have number 5 here, which is an odd number. So that means a special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Libras, will be the Magic 8 Ball. Think of those questions and he'll be out here shortly. We have LYHJMTNGF, and you have 6459. And then you have the little seahorse here. And you know what? To me, the seahorses, they can, because they obviously swim, you know, they live in the ocean. So, but unlike us, where we can only kind of walk on the ground and we see only really the ground level naturally, they're able to see situations and their worlds at all different angles. So some of you might need to see something at various angles, especially with this Lover's card. If this represents some type of choice, divinely guided choice, it's always good to see it from all angles. So I think there might be something that... Because with this Ace of Pentacles reversed, you might not be fully seeing something that's being presented to you, because the Lovers, it's not like, okay, you're walking down the street and then all of a sudden beams of rays out of the sun or out of the sky shine down on one particular person and that's the guy or that's the girl you're going to marry. It's not like that. Sometimes you don't realize these things right away, but I think you have to be open to potentially viewing things from a different kind of angle. And the seahorses, they're very quick to change. They can kind of like move around quickly. So even if you have to change or be a little bit more lighter, I think, spiritually or whatever, I think that's recommended. So that's how I feel for that as well. And I kind of see them as playful as well. They're cute. And let me get... We have believe, and I think you just need to kind of believe it, that this situation could potentially be good for you. And you got to believe in yourself and just believe if you're going to have that Tower moment that it is for your highest good and you are on a very good path. So, and you know, so take that how that works. Okay, now it is time. Here he is. Okay, Libras, think of that question we're going to ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Libra's question? It says signs point to yes. Okay, well, the 8 Ball has spoken. He has connection straight to the top, guys. Straight to the top. So signs point to yes. Okay, Libras, I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, and lifetime. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.